2 years passed since the people from the village started to hate me. People said I was smart because I started to talk and walk when I was 5 months and 7 months old. They all loved me. I liked the orphanage before that happened. But why did they start to hate me? I didn't do anything. I'm just 3-year-old boy, but I can notice the difference between me and the other kids. They find things like fart and sweat things fun, but I only see it as stupidity. I got to know that I'm very smart compared to people that age. I start to hate humans, hate them for what they did to me. But I didn't hate them all. Not all them were bad. I met a kind of old man. He said his name was Hiruzen Sarutobi. After a few weeks, I discovered he's the Hokage. I wonder why the Hokage himself would be so kind to me. It's different from these that had strange, bad aura around them when they looked at me. I got used to calling Grandpa. It was one of few moments I felt alive. The few moments I feel like I wasn't a monster. I feel that I was a human. It's raining today and Mortron kicked me out of the orphanage again. I got used to extreme pain they did to me. When I turned 3 old, the regeneration went up, probably because of chakra. Something like that. I had stolen book and read them for a bit. I even got to know some of the important people of the past. I admire one of them, Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage. I don't get why I admire him. His face just feel similar to my own. I was as if he's my family. It didn't take me long before realizing something. He's my family. But did Grandpa hide this from me? I didn't know it, but I can see Grandpa love me. He's not doing it with bad intention. I just tired the pain and the hate that was targeting me from no reason. I'm hungry. I don't have anything to eat most of the time because I can only eat with grandpa 2 days a week. The days he's free from work, I have to endure all the pain and hunger during 5 days. My regeneration also makes me extra hungry. Just as I walk through the street, of the village, I smelled something good. It attracted me as I saw the sign that said Ichirak Ramen. Even if the owner of it were going to hit me, as always, I could at least try right. Popping my head and the side of the stall, I looked over and saw the bowl filled with the strange food I've never seen, smoke rising from it. Then the eye of the owner met my own. I feel scared. Was he going to hit me too? For looking at him with eyes? What I was expecting didn't happen, and the owner looked at me and with kind eyes before saying, Boya, come here. You must be hungry, alright? I looked at him before pointing to myself, the owner nodding as I went with trembling step, ready to run if he tried to do something. Here, this is ramen, he said, while putting up a ball on the table. I had to jump onto the sea chair before looking at it. My stomach growled as if it was trying to tell me an young lady at the side. She was familiar to him, probably his daughter, thanks, I said and smiled. I couldn't smile genuinely when it wasn't to my grandpa, so I trained it. I had to act in childish even if I was mature compared to others, and I started to devour the food hot as it was. This is ridiculous. How can something be so good? This is even better than the fish that grandpa always grills so delicious. I started to decor the strange food named ramen, and before I knew the world was empty then, I realized something. I didn't have money. Looking at the old owner and his daughter, I said accidentally stumbling I have no money to pay. Don't worry about this. The owner daughter, that's called young lady, put her hand toward my face. I unconsciously flinched. Closing my eyes, I waited for the slap that I always receive. Even if I was accommodated to the slap, to punches and to cuts I received, I didn't like it. However, the pain I was expecting didn't come as the young lady started to pet my head. Opening my eyes, I noticed that her eyes were filled with the sadness and sorrow. After noticing that, I flinched. I did a mistake. Now she won't let me eat here anymore, right? Looking at me with warm, gentle eyes, the young lady said, "You're just like her." Something snapped inside me as I realized by her. She couldn't only me my mother. I looked exceptionally at her. My hope, you know my mother? Not only the young lady, but also her father was shocked, as if realizing they made a mistake. This could only mean that you do know my mother. Please tell me who my mother was. I know my father, he's the fourth Ukage. I like a copy of him, even if he's dead. At least my mother should be alive, right? I said, despite knowing that sad truth. My mother wasn't alive. If she was, I wouldn't be in the orphanage. The old donor signed before saying, "My child, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you about it, but today, food will be free." What do you think? I feel sadness devouring my mind. Why? Why can't he tell me about it? I don't deserve even to know my mother. What did I do to deserve such pain? But people hate me. Even was the Scotchen and growing hate toward the bad villagers that treat me like shit. I still smiled. There were only three people that were kind to me since I couldn't think about it: Grandpa, the old owner, and his daughter. I felt a bit happy. Thanks. Okay for the food, I said before was going. The rain soaking my clothes with its cold water. I went to the orphanage and sneaked in the small room filled with the dust, and then I went to treat it bad. It was uncomfortable, but it was still something. I then nodding to myself, I'll talk with Grandpa, with tears dripping my cheeks after expecting that truth that my mother isn't alive. I closed my eyes, sleeping.